Hello everyone, welcome back to Skillify. Now, further in the series, let's take a look for some other lookups, some basic one and the advanced one. So now we have the HLookup. I have told you in the earlier video, if you haven't checked that out, the what is the basics of lookup, the VLOOKUP and all, just go and watch that video and then let's start with the next one. So HLookup is nothing but in the HLookup, this H stands for horizontal. So you can, as on your screen, you can see that a table is in the horizontal form. Basically, the headings, the name of your row are the headings basically, right? And the data is in the columns. So it is just opposite to the vertical table. Right, so data is stored in the rows. Same way, or if you need to apply, you want to look out for a value in the horizontal table, you can just simply type out the formula. So we need HLookup. Press tab key, open the formula. Lookup value will be on the basis of the salesperson. I want to calculate the sales. So salesperson is there. Then I will give it comma. Then table array will be this entire table. So again, the same way to select the table, either it is horizontal or the vertical. Select it this way, control shift down arrow, right arrow. So entire table is selected, right? Now, comma. Now again, it is asking for the row index number. So either you want to fetch out value from one column or select more than one column, we can just give the raw index number. So sales, on the basis of the salesperson, that will be column index number. As if salesperson is 1, then you have 2, 3, 4, 5. So sales is the column index number as 5, sorry, row index number. So 5 comma, and then range lookup will be of obviously the exact match, so you have to type false, close the bracket, hit enter. So now this person name as Harley Fitz and you have the value as we can check this out. Harley Fitz is there and the value is 1239. You can check the name, check out the name by typing some other name. Okay, just hit enter. So we have Nora Rollins over here, and this 592 is my sales amount. Now let's move to some advanced features of that. Let's say if by chance I have given it some wrong values. For example, let's say I have given it some wrong call index number, let's say some 0 or something. If I hit enter, it will show you the value like this is something wrong with the formula or something, right? So but the thing is like we don't have any option. We need to, like, for example, if I have to customize the error message, I need to use some other function. So we are moving towards the advanced, that is the XLOOKUP, and I will let you know that how many advantages XLOOKUPs hold. Okay, so let's move to the XLOOKUP. So we have an example over here of VLOOKUP. Let's say what we are doing right now is simple. I am trying to put the VLOOKUP on this table on the basis of salesperson, but you can see that the salesperson column is the last column. For VLOOKUP, we have a condition that the column in which your lookup value will be lying, it should be your leftmost column. So that condition is not validating over here. If I hit enter, so it will show me not applicable, right? But let's start with the XLOOKUP. What are the advantages of XLOOKUP? So if I try typing XLOOKUP, hit tab key, the very first thing it is asking, that is lookup value. Again, my lookup value will be the salesperson. Okay, now just understand the difference. In the XLOOKUP, in the HLookup, both lookups, it was asking about the table array. If you remember that, it was asking about the table array. So you have to select the entire table. Right now, this is asking for lookup array. So means in select only that column in which you have your lookup value. So I have my lookup value in the salesperson. So I will just select the salesperson column. Okay, now put comma, move to the other value. Now it is asking for return array. So from which column you want your output. So I want my output from this sales column. So I will select this sales column, control shift down arrow. That's all. Just close the bracket and just hit enter. So you will be getting the value. This is the Harley Fitz and the sales is this one. 1239. So what are the advantages we have? First very thing is there is no need to select the entire table, right? In the VLOOKUP, in the XLOOKUP, you have to select the entire table. So you can, instead of selecting entire table, you can select the lookup array, basically that column in which you have the lookup value, and the that is return array, second parameter. So in from that column you want your value to be. So it is giving you that advantage. Second thing is there is no need to go with that column index number because there is no concept to select the entire table. So it will not ask you for the column index number. Okay. Now next move to some other advantages. Now understand one thing. Let's say I have typed some that name which is not in my list. Let's say I'm typing a name as some random name. If I hit enter, now in the VLOOKUP also we are getting this hashtag NA not applicable. In this one we are getting hashtag NA. Is there any difference? I can tell that. Is there any problem with my formula? We can see that in the VLOOKUP. We have seen in the previous example also in the VLOOKUP there was something wrong with my formula, right? You can check this out right now. I have given it an index number as -1. This is the wrong thing happening with my VLOOKUP because -1 is not a index number, right? If I hit enter, so this formula is wrong. But right now, if I double click on this formula and you'll see I have applied the perfect formula, but why it is showing me the non-applicable? Because this name is not lying in the list, right? Right now I can see that, right? I can check this out because I just have only 22 rows of data. So I can just check this out that this name Ritu is not lying into my data. But if that is the again the big scenario, big data, how you will be performing that? So XLOOKUP provide you with that customization part. Okay. So if I double click on this formula, after selecting my lookup value, lookup array, and return array, we have few other um, modes out there. Okay, few other parameters are there. So one is if not found. So basically customizing the error message. So if you are looking for a value and that is not in your table, so what should be the output? Whatever you want your output, you need to put it into the inverted commas. So inverted comma, let's say I want it to be that uh oops, wrong value. Close the bracket, match all, hit enter. Hmm. So when I have typed down Ritu, it is showing me that this name is not in the list. You can customize the value to some other values also. For example, by this typing this oops not wrong value, we can type it as not in the list. That is more professional. That's all. Hit enter and you'll be getting the value. Again, if I type some name which is in my list, it will show me the right output this way. So this Ivan Hyzens there and then sales is 1836. So it is correct. But if I again type something wrong, so it will show me that output that this is not in the list. Okay. If I move to something further, now let's say I want to fetch out the value. So in that one, in the VLOOKUP, we have to again provide the multiple column index number. So we have a option over here, that is we can just select multiple columns, but those columns should be together. For example, I want to fetch out sale amount as well as sales right now. Okay. So if I implement the formula in the sale amount, okay, just type the XLOOKUP. Lookup value is salesperson, comma, lookup array will be salesperson, this one, control shift down arrow, comma, return array. So when I'm trying to give it a return array, I can select more than one column also this way. So I have selected these two columns, and next things, these the things which lie in this brackets now, these are something optional things. So it's up to you, either you want to implement that or they are some condition like condition based thing, some specific thing. Okay. So you can see that if not found is also condition based. If someone is looking for, someone has typed some wrong entry, so they are not able to get that value from the table. So in that scenario, you need to throw a message. You can use if not found. Then match mode is something different. Then search mode is also something different. Now, it's optional. I can just close my formula over here also, and it's up to me if I want to go further. I can type this not in the list, and we'll see some other things later. Just close the bracket and hit enter. Now see, I have typed the formula in sales amount, but that get pasted into the sales also. That thing's known as split formula. So when you type a formula in the column, let's say I have typed this formula in this cell, and we want to fetch out sale amount and sales. Both columns are together. They are adjacent to each other. So formula gets split to the right adjacent cell in which you have applied the formula. This is the way XLOOKUP work. Now if I move further, so usually this is the match mode thing. Okay. So match mode means I need to find out my value. Let's say I have typed Nike over here. If I type the formula simple XLOOKUP, tab key, lookup value will be Nike, comma, lookup array will be company name, right? comma. Third thing, I need to find out return array. So I want to find out sale amount. So I will select this range and then just close the bracket and hit enter. So why it is not showing me the value? I have typed down, I have implemented the formula correcting, but it is not showing me the value. Why? The reason is, if you look for your table right now, in your table in the company name, this Nike is not just individual name, it's not just Nike, it's Nike. Then we have something extra with it, right? Some characters, some extra characters are coming with it. So in that scenario we need to work on match mode. So we need, do we have the exact value? If there is Nike, if there will be Nike, so it will show me the value, it will show me the sale amount, but this is Nike Inc. So most of the time we don't remember the name of our, let's say we are working in an organization, we don't remember the exact names. Okay, we don't let's say in an organization, if there are 5 people of same name, you will not be remembering their surnames, right? So in that scenario, that match mode works. What you have to do is simple: open your formula. With your lookup value, you need to give it some code. Okay, so that is something like, when you are implementing that formula, you need to provide it a code. That is to find out, like, is there any value that is specific, like is there some wildcard characters or something. If you look at your value right now, okay, so that is in the Nike we have INC. After that, in Amazon we have this UK, in Apple we have EMA. So basically there are some other characters with it. So what I want right now is simple. I need to provide it some extra value, basically some extra character. So we have a small code for that. Okay. So let's see how we can just implement that. So you have to type M%. Yes, M%. Then after that, inverted commas, and then asterisk, and then again close the inverted comma. This is the code you have to provide right now with your lookup value. Okay, let me just show you again. Let's implement the formula from starting. So type the formula. In the sale amount column is equal to X lookup. Lookup value will be name of my, let's say my company name, comma. Lookup array is my company name column, comma. My return array will be sale amount. Okay, now as I have told you, I don't have the exact lookup value, so I need to put some character with it. So let's put some character first. So you need to type %, then inverted comma, then asterisk, that is the multiplication sign also, then close the bracket. That's all you need to write this code right after your lookup value, before comma. Now give the comma, move to the next selection, that is your lookup array, comma, then select the return array. Now again, let's say if you don't want to provide this value, so you can just leave a space and just type comma again, so it will move to the next thing. Now this thing is very useful, that is match mode. So we don't have the exact match right now, we don't have any smaller or like values something. So right now the specific thing, that is the fourth option here, over here, that is wildcard character match. So you need to select that. So we have to provide some numbers. For exact match, you need to type 0. For exact match or some next smaller item, you need to type -1. For larger, you need to type 1. And then some wildcard character match, you need to type 2. So I am typing 2 because there are some wildcard characters. I don't know with my lookup value what will be the characters it will hold with it. So that's all. You can just close the bracket and just hit enter. Now it will show you the value. So Nike INC is there, but still it is showing me the value. If I type something else, let's say show H&M. So H&M also something has with it that is international, but it is still showing me the value. So that is match mode. So if there are some other characters with your lookup value, so you can provide this code. Now let's move to some other options. That is, let's say I need to find out my value on the basis of two things. Okay, so I want to operate it in multiple way. For example, if I choose the salesperson name, so I want to get the sales, but I want to get the sales on the basis of year also. So what I can do is, in this scenario, we have the option as double X lookup. So that is the option. So how we can implement that? Simple, just start implementing the formula is equal to X lookup. Lookup value will be your salesperson name. comma, lookup array will be your salesperson name column. So control shift down arrow. Now, comma, a return array will be your we are asking right now. So we are implementing in the sales column. So these are the all sales value on like in different years we have all these sales values. So we need to select the entire range this way. We can select it manually as well as with that shortcut. Now after providing this a return array, what I have to do is simple. I can close the bracket, but it will just work on the, if I change the name, I will getting the sales value, but I cannot get the value on the basis of year also. So now, right after putting the comma, I need to implement one more X lookup. So that is double X lookup. So XLOOKUP will be there, and then yes, tab key. So again, lookup value will be your year this time. So lookup value will be year. So see, right now I'm not able to select it because my formula is coming over here. So you can just check this out. Right now, this year is in the I column, and if you check the row, so that is 3. So you can type I3 manually also. So you can see that there is a selection over there. Okay. Now, comma, what is the lookup array for this year? So lookup array for this year is this one. Okay. And then comma, what you want as your return array? So I want my return array to be this range. Okay, I think I have implemented. Okay, give me 1 second. I need to check this out. Yes. Okay, first we have providing the lookup value in the X lookup. So we have selected salesperson, comma. Then I need to check out for lookup array. So that is control shift down arrow. Okay. Now, yes, so we have implemented this. Now I need to work on this one. Okay. Okay. Hmm. Okay, so one mistake, sorry for that. That is, we need more than two lookup array, not the return value. So in the previous one, what we are trying to do is we are trying to get more return value, more than one. So right now, after selecting the lookup array, after providing comma, I need to implement XLOOKUP right now. Okay, so again, type XLOOKUP, tab key. Now again, you need to select what is your lookup value. That is I3 column. You can type it manually. So I3 is there, comma. Now lookup array will be this years. And now return array we need to provide. So we need to provide these sales. So control shift down arrow, right arrow. That's all. So you need to close bracket 2 times because you have opened XLOOKUP 2 times. So close the bracket 2 times. That's all, and hit enter. Now you can change the year. Let's say first change the name of the salesperson to some other name. So Kylie. Okay, so if I hit enter, I will be getting Kylie in 2020. Oh, so we have this. Okay, and in the year of 2020, we have the value as 619. Let's change the year. So we are able to do that. So if I move it to 2021, if I hit enter, so that value is getting changed. Okay, so this is the way we can work on double X lookup. So these are some these are some advantages of X lookup over some other lookups. It's easy to use. There is no need to select the entire table. And then that's all for this video. Just implement these formulas, these function in different type of data, and I'll see you guys in the next video.